Good day, everyone. Today we'll be doing Roman numerals. We'll be right back. So 10 is equals to x, 11 is equals to xi. That's like you saying 10 plus 1. Now 10 plus 1 is equals to 11, and that's why you have xi, because I is 1 and x is 10. Then 12 is xii. Now 10 is x and ii is 2. So you have 10 plus 2 is equals to 12. That's why you have xii. 13 is xii, of which you know that I is 3, x is 10. So like you saying 10 plus 3 is equals to 13. That's why you have xii. 14 xiv. Iv is 4 and x is 10, making xiv. 15 xv. That's why you have 10 plus 5. 5 is v and x is 10. 16 is XVI. Vi is 6 and x is 10, making it XVI. XVII 17. The same thing that goes with 18. XVIII, that's 10 plus 8. 19 XIX. Ix is 9, x is 10. So that's why you have XIS as 19. 20 XX. 10 plus 10 XX. Right now we've looked at 11 to 20. Now we are looking at 20 to 30. You see that 21 is XXI. That's equivalent to you saying 20 plus 1. 20 plus 1 is 21. That's why you have XX, that's 20, I is 1. 22 XXII. You know, as 20 is XX, II is 2. That's why you have XXII. Then follows 23 XXIII. 24 XXIV. 25 XXV. 26 XXVI. That's equivalent to 20 plus 6. 27 XXVII. 28 XXVIII. 29 XXIX. And 20 XXX. Now this follows in so from all what we've learned so far, what you just do is when you get to the following one, you just add 1, 2, 3, but you must know the Roman numerals of 1 to 9. So from there you just add from the tens to it. We have seen the ones who've treated their examples from x, xx, xx, x. So if you are doing for 31, it's still the same thing, x, 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 I. 32 x, 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 I. So you are just adding it to 1. 32 you add 30 to 2. 33 you add 30 to 3. The same thing goes for the other ones, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, like that. So what we are going to do now, we're going to look at the other figures. That's 40, 50, 60 down to 3000. Now we have looked at 10, we have looked at 20, we've looked at 30. Now let's look at 40. 40 is XL. Now when you see XL, you see there that 50 is L and XL is equals to 50 minus 10. That's why you have it XL. So if you want to find 41, that's XLI. 42 XLII. 43 XLII. If you are looking at 49, 49 is XLIX. So it's just adding adding it to it. You can add whichever one you are looking for, you add it to it. Then you get to 50. 50 is L. 60 LX. 70 LXX. 80 LXXX. Now if you look at it, that's 60, that's in 50 plus 10. 10 is X, 50 is L. That's why you have LX. You add them. Then 70 XX is 20, L is 50, and 50 plus 20 is 70. That's why you have LXX. 80, 50 plus 30, 90. Now X is 10 and C is 100. So 100 minus 10 is 90. That's why you have XC. And if you look at it, X is behind C. So that's what makes it what? 90 XC. 100 is C. 200 CC. 300 CCC. Now going back into this aspect, you look at it if we are looking at 109. Now 109 is simply you saying CIX. Why? Because you are adding 9 to 100. Now you are asking 120. 120 is simply CXX. You add 20 to 100. That is just it. 100 plus 20. If I ask 141, that is you say CXLI. 141. So you are just adding it. That is how simple it is. So 400 CD, that is equals to 500 minus 100. 500 D. 600 DC. 700 DCC. 800 DCCC. 900 CN. Now that 900 is equivalent to what? Saying 1000 minus 100. That's why you have 900. So it's CN. 1000 is M. 2000 is MM. 3000 MMM. Now again to 1000, you ask 1001. That's MI. 1300 is equivalent to you saying MCCC. Because you are just adding it. So adding it to just bring about the Roman numeral. So that's how simple it is.
Well, so far I believe you've learned a whole lot from Roman numerals in my class, and I know that you are very much enlightened. So you can see Roman numerals are not so difficult once you know the major numbers. You know they are Roman numerals. With that, you are able to find out the other numbers attached to it. For example, you know 10 to be X. You know definitely 20 is XX. 30 is XXX. Then you see 40 to be XL. Then from there you have 50L. It goes on. 90 is XC. 100 is C. And you go further, you see definitely from there you are able to know 200 and 300, which is CC and CCC. 215, you see that is CCXV. You understand? So from your knowledge of 15, you attach it to what? 200. If you have a number like 358 and you know your 50 to be L and 8 to be VIII, it's just to attach it to 300. That's CCC, that's 300, and 58, 50L, then 8, VIII. So that's just it. You know your 400 to be CD, that's it. Then that means 450 will be CDL. That's how simple it is. 900 CM, 1000 M. And that's how it goes. So I would love to see more of you in my class, and more so recite these things, especially those key numbers. Recite them so you don't forget them, and practice it. I would love to see more of you next time. Thank you for watching.